you guys. Has been well overdue. I do apologize. I'm gonna apologize repeatedly for the delay. Um, yeah, I should have been posted this video. Um, but this is just an update on life in Vegas. Okay, I'm done. Just an update, and I have a few notes and just based on the questions. Okay, now let's get right into this. The pros. No, I'm gonna say the cons first. The cons. The school systems here are not great. My kids were in a charter school in New Jersey, so it's definitely different here. Um, I just feel like the teachers don't really care as much. Maybe it's because charter schools, they kind of like, okay, let's start off with the cons. Um, the school system is not, it's not great. My kids went to a charter school in New Jersey, so I guess moving here, my expectations were, excuse me, a little bit different. Yeah, they don't really seem like they care. Could be me, could be, I don't know, but that's just my opinion. Um, you also can be terminated from a job like very easy. I got laid off from the last job I had, which was at a call center. Just answering the phones, taking bill payments over the phone, troubleshooting and things like that. Notes and just based on the questions. Okay, now let's get right into this. The pros. No, I'm gonna say the cons first. The cons. Okay, let's start off with the cons. Um, the school system is not. It's not great. My kids went to a charter school in New Jersey, so I guess moving here, my expectations were, excuse me, a little bit different. Yeah, they don't really seem like they care. Could be me, could be, I don't know, but that's just my opinion. Um, you also can be terminated from a job like very easy. I got laid off from the last job I had, which was at a call center. Just answering the phones, taking bill payments over the phone, troubleshooting and things like that. So yeah, I was laid off. Um, I was told when I first got here that like you can literally be fired because it's Monday. Now I don't know how true that is, but I mean I'm just not used to. I'm not used to anything like that. Like I said, I had a 10-year career, so um, just not used to that. And hearing it, just like that sounds kind of weird. Yeah, but that was what I was told. I don't know how true it is. I didn't do research on it or anything like that, but that's what I was told. Um, I'm gonna say a non-union job. So things are a lot different in New Jersey. But as far as non-union jobs, I was told you can be let go for whatever reason. They really don't even have to give you a reason. You could just be let go. Yeah, that sucks. Um, Cons. Traffic. Um, I put traffic under pros and cons because, like I said, I'm from New Jersey. I drive a lot. Um, like road trips, anything like that. I feel like New York and Los Angeles has the worst traffic. Vegas, not so much. How can I put it? If you don't know what bad traffic is, then any traffic is going to be bad to you. That makes sense? Yeah. When I first got here, I was hearing about, oh, it's traffic, because anybody I run into, I'm going to ask, oh, what's the pros and cons of living in Vegas? What are your pros and cons? Just to kind of like, see what people think, because, I haven't been here long enough to really form too much of an opinion on it. I can just, talk about what I experienced. Um, Everybody complained about the traffic. And I'm like, okay, what is this traffic? Is it really traffic? Or is it just traffic? You know what I mean. Yeah, so I ran into this traffic, and I mean, if you're from New York, New Jersey, or even LA, you know what traffic is. Like, stand still, you can put your car in park and probably read a book. Traffic. Vegas traffic is okay. Instead of us going 60 miles per hour, we're going about 10 to 15. It's not really traffic to me. I'm just like, I can deal with this. This ain't nothing. Okay? So yeah, that's why I put traffic as a pro and a con. I mean, not really a pro, but not a con. I wasn't bothered by the traffic. I was just like, this is traffic. This is not traffic. Um, okay, let's get into the pros. The weather. It's always nice. It's always nice. Okay, I'm done. Yes, it's always nice here. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like the sun determines my mood. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I get up, I'll open up the blinds, and look at that sun. You gotta come through, sun. Come through. It's always nice. It's like, I don't know. It's always nice. You ever live somewhere where you feel like maybe it's just always a dark cloud? No matter how nice it is outside, it's just a dark cloud. Like, I don't know. It's just different. It's always nice here. It's always sunny. It's always hot. It's not humid. And I didn't really understand the difference in the dry heat and the humidity back home until I moved here. Because I'm like, okay, no. Until I moved here and visited Miami. Um, it's 117 here. Yeah, it's hot. You might sweat if you're doing something that's. I visited Miami, and it was probably like 90 degrees. As soon as I came out the hotel, I was like that hot that just you go from to. Yeah, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Did I shower? I'm sticky. Oh my gosh. That kind of hot. Yes, it is like, yes, it's sticky hot. Not so much here. Like, it's hot, but it's like it's bearable. It's not, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Um, no, it's not that. This is not that. Definitely a difference, and I definitely did not notice it until I actually moved here. And I visited here maybe 9 or 10 times before I actually moved here. What else? Another pros, the casinos. If you gamble, I don't really gamble. I don't like to lose. So yeah, that's that. If you gamble, it's a casino on every corner. Not even just the strip. It's a casino on every corner. The cost of living, oh, drastically cheaper. I had a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom in New Jersey. I was paying 1,400 when I lived in a very, very nice area in New Jersey. I had a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I was paying 1,600. Um, yeah, it's definitely not that here. I have a 2 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. So I have a master bedroom with the bathroom and the sweetheart sinks. I pay $1,000. Okay. Yes. Cost of living is drastically cheaper, and I'm sure if I move to a how do I put this delicately? A hood near you, my rent will probably be a lot cheaper than $1,000. Like when I came here and I found the apartment, I really just looked up because this was like one of the only places who would do everything online for me. Like as far as all the paperwork and everything. I'll give you a backstory on that in a second. This was like one of the only places that would do everything online. Um, I lucked up when we finally came here, when we like pulled in. I'm like, this, I live in a good area. Um, Good meaning like safe. Like, I mean, there's crime everywhere. There's crime everywhere. I mean, nowhere is 1,000% safe. There is crime everywhere. But I live in a good area, an area where I can let my kids go outside. They can go get in the pool, and I'm not worried. In New Jersey, not so much. Where I was living initially, it wasn't a good area until I moved into a better area. But yeah, here I live in a good area. So I lucked up because I didn't know where I was moving. I didn't know what the area would be like that I was moving into because I didn't live here. I really just came here to look for apartments the last time I came. And I had no idea what was considered a good area and a bad area. Backstory on that. I came here in July of 2017. Um, Once I left my job and I made the decision that that's it. I'm actually going to do it. I needed to come here and find somewhere to move. So I came on a Monday. I think my very first video. I came on a Monday, and I stayed from Monday to Wednesday. Um, just job hunting, apartment hunting, job hunting. Okay, apartment hunting. Um, so yeah, from Monday to like Wednesday, I didn't need that many days. I'm just looking for an apartment. How long could it possibly take? So I made a list before I actually landed of places that I wanted to go and see. I rented a car, and that's it. I just went to see a couple of places. Again, when you're apartment hunting, you really, I mean, I feel like you could tell the difference in the areas, but if you're not from that state, it's kind of like, you really wouldn't know. I wouldn't. I didn't know. I'm like, okay, I can't tell the difference in this street and that street, and they all look the same. They're all long, and I just didn't know. So it is what it is. Um, the particular place that I live, what happened was I came in here and I told them, the situation. I gave them my New Jersey driver's license. And I just told them that, I was planning on relocating. So I needed somewhere where I could do everything online or somewhere where it would be done like overnight. Realistically, nothing is done overnight. So I filled out the application. I took a tour of the complex. Um, she told me that everything could be sent to me through email, PDF. I just had to download everything, and that wasn't no problem. I was like, okay, cool. She told me that, I needed to wait for my background check to come back. I wasn't worried about my background check. I was in law enforcement. So, okay, no problem. Wait for my background check to come back and wait for my credit check to come back. And then they would let me know what the security deposit was. And that was it. So I really got lucky with this place. Every other place I went to, they were like, oh, the background check takes weeks. You need to be here. You have to come back in to sign this and sign that. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but it's kind of an inconvenience. If you really just can't come from New Jersey to Vegas like twice a month just to sign a lease, it was an inconvenience. And I'm like, I need something that's a little bit easier as far as like signing everything. You mean to tell me I need to just fly in just to sign a lease? It wasn't gonna work for me. I wasn't gonna stress myself out and do anything like that. So this place let me do everything online, and yeah, and it worked out. It's actually a nice place. Two pools, fitness center. They're bringing in yoga. I love yoga. Yeah, it just worked out. What do you know? Do I have anything else? Oh, how did I move my things? Okay, I used a moving company. I'm glad I don't remember the name because I would not recommend it to anybody. I used a moving company. The cost, it was because I was moving a 3 bedroom. It was, they based it on how many cubic space I had. How much? Anyway, the cost was, I want to say in total a little bit over 3,000 to move my things. I want to say in total it was a little bit more than 3,000. So let's just say between 3 and 4,000. Um, okay, so I had to move. My computer was dying, so I had to move. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. Granola. Okay, what was I talking about? Um, oh, how I moved my things and the cost. So it was between 3 and 4,000. Again, I didn't know what to expect. I never made a big move like that. I knew what I wanted to bring. I knew what I didn't want to bring as far as like what I was donating. Um, I packed up all my boxes the night before the movers came. They counted all my boxes, um, like with little stickers. They labeled them with little stickers. I had to give them, I think, like 15 when they took my stuff. Yeah, something like that. And then the rest was due when they dropped it off. Now, why I wouldn't recommend them, because to this day I still don't think I got all my stuff. I still think that some of my stuff is like, I don't know, floating around somewhere. It's crazy, but yeah, I'm like, I have stuff that I haven't seen since I've been here, and it's weird to me because I'm like, I don't even know how to get it. Like, I just, I don't even know what to do. Like, where would I start? I don't think it was anything of value. Maybe like clothes or something like that. I mean, I feel like if I was really pressed about it, I definitely would have been calling them. They damaged my ottoman. I had like this blue, like like this color blue ottoman, round ottoman. They damaged it. It was like dirty. It looked like wherever they had my stuff stored, it might have rained and they damaged it. So that's why I wouldn't recommend them. Um, if you do decide to go with a moving company, go for the company that has the greatest reviews. And also, they have a DOT, Department of Transportation. I can't think of the word. Maybe certified, or I don't know, but definitely go look through the Better Business Bureau. When they give you a quote, they should be able to, inform you of if they have any negative reviews against them. This company didn't have any negative reviews. It was just like they just really didn't care about my stuff. But I guess it's not their stuff, so they just didn't care. Yeah. What else? Home hunting. I think I mentioned that already. Kind of going out of order. I'm trying to answer all the questions. I had a list of maybe 5 places that I wanted to look into. When I landed, I had a list of places that I wanted to check out because I had a rental car, and I just didn't want to be driving around. I actually, the goal was to find a place, but it wasn't like, okay, I'm going from one end of Vegas to another. I feel like the locals here, you actually leave the strip. It's pretty big. It's pretty big to me. You have like North Las Vegas, Henderson, Summerlin, Spring Valley, like all in Vegas, but it's just, to me, it's pretty big. I'm like, you could go from one end of Vegas to the other end, and it could take you over an hour. So that's big to me. And I drive like a bat out of hell. So it might take me like 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, but it's still a nice little drive. Rental pricing for my size apartment, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, I think it was starting at like 12. which is still significantly cheaper than New Jersey. Two bedroom, two bathroom in New Jersey, I don't know, maybe 15 to 16. I don't know because I didn't have a two bedroom, two bathroom. I had a two bedroom, one bathroom. And my rent started off at, I think, about 14, but I stayed there for like 3 years, so it got up to like 16. But again, with that, I had no amenities. I had a garage, I had a little playground area for the kids. My kids were younger then, so it really didn't matter. I lived in Cedar Grove. It's a really nice area, but it's expensive. You're paying for where you are living. I don't mind because at the end of the day, I need my kids to be safe. So I didn't mind paying it. You know, I was making good money, so I didn't mind paying that amount to live comfortably. But I think the only amenity was a garage. No pool, no golf course, no hot tub, no spa, no gym, no valet. No, no, none of that. I mean, I'm over exaggerating, but none of that. Here, I'm paying $1,000. I have two pools. There's a gym, two hot tubs, uh, master bedroom, balcony. Only thing I don't like about my apartment is that it has carpet. And if I would have knew then what I know now, I would have just got an apartment with, hardwood floors. But I was just like overwhelmed and excited that I had actually moved. I just wasn't thinking about it. But that's it. I mean, everything else just really fell into place. I was like, okay, this is doable. I can do this. Um, is there anything else that Oh, how did I sign my lease without proof of income? Okay. What happened was when I left my job, I knew exactly what I was going to be collecting from my pension. So moving here, I backtracked. Before I actually came, I called a couple of places, and what they said to me was basically, depending on your credit, you don't even need to show what your income is. Sounds weird to me. Like, okay, so if I have A1 credit, you don't care if I'm working or not. Sounds weird to me, but that's what I was told. When I called this place, she said just print out a copy of what you get from your pension, and we can go from there. She was like, I feel like if you're not retired, then you're gonna come here and you're gonna look for a job. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So she was like, we just need to make sure that you can pay the rent for a certain amount of time,